Yes guys, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, this video is huge. I'm going to be breaking down all of the best builds for the best positions for you guys. I'm compiling my best competitive builds into one video for you guys to make it easy to kind of summarize FIFA 21 Pro Clubs as we're coming towards the end. So those who want the best builds, this video is for you. This will be the best updated competitive builds for you guys in most positions, going from striker, cam, wingers, centre backs, CDMs, and even goalkeepers. So if you want a better build, then make sure to follow this video, and yeah, I will have a timestamp so you can just skip to where the build you want is. That will be in the description. Also, I'm giving away free copies of FIFA 21, so make sure you stay tuned because towards the end I'll be announcing how to enter this giveaway. But yeah, free copies, FIFA 21. All we got to do is hit 20k subs, and we're very, very close. So subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and make sure to have post notifications turned on because FIFA 22 is coming out in just under 2 months, and this is where you want to be to get the first builds, to get the starter builds, to get the best builds, and just general tips and funny videos and just good content for when FIFA 22 comes out. This is the channel you want to be on, so make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button. Let's get into this video. This video is sponsored by PGS Pro Gaming Society, the #1 unrivaled source for all things esports. Download their brand new mobile app, which is available on the App Store and Android Store, and has over 30,000 active Pro Clubs users available across the globe. Get involved in the PGS movement today. Create your own profile, whether you're on Xbox or PS4. Share your stats and see how you rank on the leaderboards. In addition to this, once you've downloaded the app and created a profile, you can sign up to Premium. And if you sign up to Premium on PGS, they're giving away 22 copies of FIFA 22. So all you got to do is sign up to the Premium on the app, and you're in for a chance to win FIFA 22. The link will be in the description below. I got you Pro Clubs gamers covered. Let's get into this video. As you can see on screen, the build is there. It's 90 rated, 5'4", 99 pounds, and it's a beast of a build. So if you look at the overall of this build, 69 physical, 93 dribbling, 83 passing, 90 shooting, and 99 pace. This build is actually insane. As you can see on screen right now, I'm playing some clips of this build. It's just everything about this build is so good. Its dribbling is top tier. Every time on stream, so many of you lot say how cracked Ibs is, what Ibs' build is. You all want to know. So it's here. It's here for you to use, and it's such a good build. And yeah, it's been proven in competitive leagues. You lot will see. When you use this build, it's very evident straight away. When you start playing with it, it's a very, very comfortable build. Yeah, I'm going to break it down for you lot today. Help you lot out who need a sick striker build. As we're coming towards the end of FIFA 21 with FIFA 22 coming out and being like trailered and stuff, we still got a while until FIFA 22 comes out, but a lot of you should have a lot of games under your belt. So to get a build like this shouldn't be too difficult. Start off with the fundamentals, and that is going to be 5'4" and 99 pounds. All right, starting off with physical, and as you can see, we have indeed got physical. When you're playing competitively, you do need physical. So that was my mistake not putting it last time. But yeah, a key trait for competitive play is stamina. Whatever position you're in, you need at least second wind, which means you've got to upgrade pretty much all your stamina. Because with second wind, when you're losing or drawing, and it's the last 15 minutes, 25 minutes of the game, it gives you an extra 25% of stamina, which is such a big boost. So make sure you have that on, because if you're losing, you're absolutely fucked if you don't have that on. But yeah, that's all you need for physical. Moving on to defending. Obviously, we don't need defending. We're a striker. But dribbling, we do need. So as you can see on screen, this is what I put my traits on. This is what Ibs has got his traits on. 5-star skills, flair, and a lot of ball control and dribbling. Not that much though. As you can see, we haven't maxed out, which for some you may want to, but I've seen him play with it. You don't need to. You actually don't need to. But yeah, this is what he's got on. Also, 4-star, 5-star skills is up to you entirely. You could just play 4-star and then you got extra 3, and then if you do want to upgrade this, you could upgrade that like that, and it's completely up to you. But I'm going to stick with 5-star skills because I feel like using 5-star skills makes you so much more agile. And if you're a striker playing competitively, you should be using 5-star skills, or you should at least learn some 5-star skills, because there's a lot of useful 5-star skills that will help you in different scenarios and help you get past players very, very easily. So I highly recommend learn some 5-star skills. Also with flair, it's another one of those traits which it's a necessity. Flair is so good. As you can see, it increases the likelihood of back heels and fancy first touches. It also increases the likelihood of you creating an alternative pass to your teammate. So it's just something that your opponent might not expect. If you do an L2 Flair pass, it might go through their legs. They might not see it coming. So it's a alternative route to just basically bamboozle your opponents, and it's very, very useful with that. So yeah, Flair, very, very crucial trait. Keep that on. Passing, we've got nothing, clearly. Short pass, as you can see, we've upgraded with the spare skill points we had left. 92 short pass we have, which is absolutely adequate enough. That is very, very good. Short pass is one of the primary traits for a striker build as well, so that's why we've got an upgraded short pass instead of long pass. And you don't need any other traits really if you're a centre forward build. You just need short pass. If you've got spare traits, I would put curve advanced focus because it gives you nice whip, but that is more of a cam or a winger kind of trait, I would suggest. So stick to just short pass. As you can see, it just gives us one short pass, but it's a very, very useful trait. Short pass, having good short pass makes those 1-2s between the attackers much easier, and yeah, it just enables the ball to get to your teammates quicker. So make sure you've got that on. It's very crucial for a striker. And then we're going to move on to shooting, which is obviously one of the most important areas, player traits of this build, of any centre forward build. And as you can see on screen, you're going to want to put your traits on what I've got, which is 5-star weak foot. Very important. You're playing competitively, so you need that weak foot. Doesn't matter if you say, oh, it's not that much difference. Just do it. Don't risk it. If there's an opportunity where you need to bury it, but you're on your wrong foot, you're going to wish you had that 5-star weak foot on. So make sure you got that on. Make sure you're covered. Finishing, of course, you want to upgrade your finishing to the max. And as you can see, we've got 100 finishing, and it's 100%. So we actually do have the full 100 finishing. Finishing is obviously the most important trait for a centre forward. There's no trait that's more important than this, if you think about it, because it's what a centre forward is about. The sole job as a centre forward is to put the ball in the back of the net. So make sure you got finishing. Shot power, all this has to be upgraded for the weak foot. So bear in mind, you might be saying we don't need long shots, blah, 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 but we need the weak foot. So why not take the long shots with it? I'm hoping they kind of change this around for FIFA 22, and I think they will, because in 2017, FIFA 17, when they released it, that was when they introduced skill points, and that was with the introduction of their new game engine with Frostbite. But now that EA is completely scrapping the Frostbite game engine, we might see a move away from skill points, especially with this new player development they're talking about. So I doubt you'll see many more skill points trait videos on the channel next year. It might be something completely different. Who knows? But that is what you want to put your traits on for this build. Yeah, just pretty simple. You're basically maxing out the 5-star weak foot and then adding that finishing with it, and that and that. So yeah, that's what you want to put your traits on. And as you can see, our traits are just, our stats are disgusting. 100 finishing, 85 free kick accuracy, 85 heading accuracy, 90 long shots, 96 volleys, 87 penalties, 5-star weak foot. Absolutely beautiful statistics there. All right, so that leads us on to our last area, our last trait to upgrade, which is pace. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, please drop a thumbs up on this video and subscribe. Smash that sub button, boys. We're about to hit 15k. We might have hit 15k subscribers by the time of this video. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You lot are flipping smashing it right now. And yeah, I love all of you. I appreciate all the support, everything. We're coming for the 20k now. It's rolling quick. FIFA 22 is coming, so make sure you're subscribed for the player builds and all the sick FIFA 22 Pro Clubs content that will be here ready for you lot for FIFA 22. So make sure you're joined, make sure you're a part of this channel, because you're going to miss out if you're not. And yeah, let's get on to pace. Wow. Obviously, we've gone and upgraded our pace fully. You have to. Being a centre forward, being a competitive centre forward, you need pace. Whatever the weather, make sure you put all your pace traits on. And as you can see, we've got 100 pace. Yes, you can actually get 100 pace. Don't try to tell me you don't have 100 pace when it's 100%. The full bar is completely full, because if you go into a game right now with 100, it will say you've got 100 pace. Pace is what this game is about. I wish it wasn't just all about pace, but it's the first 10 yards in this game. Acceleration is one of the most important things one of the most important traits. If you can get away from the defender in the first 10 yards, you're gone. You're sorted. You're in on goal. So make sure you upgrade your pace. It's very, very, very important. And yeah, that is pretty much the competitive center forward build. This is an updated competitive center forward build, if you want to put it like that. The competitive winger build, you can see it on screen right now. Just have a look at those stats. It's a left wing build, 90 rated, 5'8", so a bit taller, and 119 pounds. And if you just have a look at those stats, they're pretty incredible. 71 physical, 94 dribbling, 86 passing, 78 shooting, and 92 pace. It's an overall very balanced build.
You need to know the balance.
But when we break down the stats more in depth, they're a lot better. Obviously, starting off with the fundamentals, you need to be a left winger, around 5'8" and 119 pounds. Moving on to the traits, let's start off with physical. And obviously, being a competitive build, you need stamina. Lots and lots of stamina, especially as you're a winger. You're going to be running up and down the line, so you need a lot of stamina. And for that reason, we've gone and upgraded it fully, especially with second wind. Second wind, when playing competitively, is so important. At the 75th minute of every game, you get a 25% stamina boost, give you that extra bit of energy for the end of the match. Only if you're losing or drawing though, not if you're winning. Because obviously if you're losing and your energy is completely depleted, then you're screwed. So second wind is like a second opportunity, gives you a little boost of energy. And it's so crucial in the later moments of a game when you're losing or drawing. And yeah, so make sure you upgrade all your stamina, especially being a winger. You need a lot of stamina. Moving on to dribbling. And as you can see, being Neymar-esque build, a winger as well in general, you need a lot and a lot of dribbling traits. So as you can see, we've gone and upgraded agility quite a lot. We've gone for 5-star skills and flair because obviously Neymar is a very flary player. So Neymar has 5-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves. So we've gone for 5-star skill moves. Personally, I always play with 5-star because it makes me feel a lot more agile. Having 5-star skills, if you learn a couple of essential 5-star skills, they are so useful to just repeat when playing games. Like there's so many skills which can open up a lot of opportunities in games. So make sure to put on some skill moves. It's up to you, 5-star, 4-star. I'm going for 5-star because it makes me feel more agile, but it's entirely up to you. When it comes to dribbling though, if we have a look at our traits compared to Neymar's in-form 92 rated card, he has 97 agility. We've got 95 agility. He has 84 balance. We have 86 balance. He has 96 ball control. We have 96 ball control. He has 96 dribbling. We have 97 dribbling. And obviously 5-star skills. So when it comes to this, hand in hand, we have equal dribbling, or if not, some may say better than Neymar's 92 rated in-form winger card, which is incredible. So pat yourselves on the back because that's a madness. And yeah, let's move on to passing. So just make sure to put your traits on what I've put mine on. Moving on to passing. And as you can see, we've gone and upgraded mostly the right-hand side. The reason being is because being a winger, your main primary traits for a winger are crossing and curve. You're mainly crossing the ball in, which is why you're a winger. You play on the wing, you cut in, whip balls in, you cut in, thread those passes. It's up to you to get those balls to the attackers from the edge of the box. And for that reason, you need crossing. And if we compare this to Neymar's traits, he's got 87 crossing. We've got 90 crossing. So we've got way better crossing. He's got 89 short pass. We've got 90 short pass. We've got better short pass. He's got 83 long pass. We've got 83 long pass. We've got the same long pass. And he's got 90 curve. We've got 94 curve. We've got curve advanced focus and crossing focus, two very good traits. One, curve advanced focus affects both your passing and shooting. So it gives your passes and shots that mad curve, which is so crucial. It's basically finesse shot trait without needing the finesse shot trait. And then obviously crossing is another very useful, but this affects both your curve and crossing, so it's a 2-for-1. And yeah, that's what you want to put your traits on. You also want to upgrade your short pass a little bit because wingers need to have good short pass, which is why we've got 90 short pass, which is very adequate. And yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the passing traits. Obviously, you need good passing. It's just a key attribute of a winger is having good crosses, good curve, and just being a good passer. Like, if you just look at Neymar when he plays, he's a great passer. Like, his passing is immaculate. His vision is so good as well. So make sure you have your traits on what I've put mine on for passing. Moving on to shooting. And as you can see, wingers aren't known really for their shooting. They do sometimes cut in, have a shot, do a cheeky little finesse here and there. But when it comes to shooting, we're not a centre forward. We're not a striker. We're not going to see ourselves in front of goal as much as we would if we were a striker. And especially if you're playing competitively, you might not be in that position all the time. So for that reason, we have gone on upgraded finishing, because for when you are in front of goal, you're going to need good finishing. But it's mainly long shots and 4-star weak foot that we're going for, and upgrading a bit of shot power, which are all primary, well, shot power and finishing are secondary attributes for a winger build, but long shots are primary attribute, because you want to have a good long shot. Neymar has good long shots. He also has incredible finishing, but then again, he has played as a striker in his time. But if we compare our traits to Neymar's, he's got 89 finishing, we've got 81 finishing, so obviously we lack on finishing. He's got 82 shot power, we've got 71 shot power, so we slack there a little bit too. 86 long shots, we've got 86 long shots, so we've got the same long shots as Neymar. 89 volleys, we've got 84 volleys, and 94 penalties, we've got 77. I haven't bothered to upgrade any of this really, because one, being a winger, you don't need 5-star weak foot because you're not a striker. Neymar just obviously has a sick build. It's almost virtually impossible to recreate, but we've done a pretty good job. We don't want to waste our skill points to get this weak foot, because then we have to upgrade volleys and more finishing, and it's pointless. Our skill points have been used on more valuable traits, and free kicks and penalties you don't need to upgrade, because I don't find any difference in free kicks and penalties when you have the traits on and when you have the traits off. Either way, I still am able to score, and pretty much every time. So it just depends on how good you are at taking penalties and free kicks really. Moving on to pace, which is the last part of this build. He has 95 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, which gives him 92 pace. Not quite sure how that gives him 92 pace. Interesting, but we move. It's kind of the same as mine. We've got 95 acceleration, 93 sprint speed. Yet again, we only have 92 pace. So once again, I'm not sure how that works. But hand in hand, we're faster than Neymar. We've got more acceleration and sprint speed than him. We've got the same acceleration, but more sprint speed. And it's entirely up to you if you could take this off realistically, because acceleration for a winger, acceleration for any build is the main attribute you want to utilize. The first 10 yards in any game is the most important on this game. It's the meta. The first 10 yards acceleration is the FIFA 21 Pro Clubs meta. And yeah, so you need to utilize that. But yeah, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to stick to this because obviously more pace, the better. But acceleration is what you want to focus on when upgrading this build, or most builds on FIFA 21 Pro Clubs. But having said that, that is pretty much the best competitive winger build for you lot on FIFA 21 Pro Clubs. I'm going to just quickly change the build to 5'4" for those who don't want to actually be Neymar's exact height. And we'll just have a quick look at the difference in stats. You want to keep your traits on what I've put my traits on though. I'll quickly break down an even better competitive build for you lot. So as you can see, stamina and that tends to remain the same. Agility goes up to 99 when you're 5'4". So obviously 5'4" doesn't matter. You lot should know that. And it's just incredible. 99 agility, 97. All this remains the same. Agility goes up. Passing wise, curve has gone up. Crossing's gone down. Long pass has gone down by 1, and short pass remains the same really. Shooting, long shots go down. Finishing goes down a little bit. Heading accuracy, shot power goes down a little bit. But then again, your pace goes up. So if you want, you could remove some of these. Easily, you could remove some of these, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for 98, which gives me a spare 9 skill points. And then if you want, you can just upgrade your finishing, your volleys, upgrade your passing more if you want to upgrade your passing, and your physical if you want to upgrade your physical. I'm going to upgrade curve. We're going to slap on 98 curve. And yeah, that's the winger build for you lot. That is the competitive winger build, whether you want to play as 5'4" or whether you want to play as Neymar's actual height. There's 2 builds for you lot to experiment with, have fun, enjoy it, destroy your opponents with it. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. But yeah, that is the competitive winger build on FIFA 21 Pro Clubs. As you lot can see on screen, I mean, the stats speak for themselves. We got 1,000 games played, 1,000 goals, 1,000 assists. It's a 93 rated cam. It's 5'4", 174 pounds, and I'll tell you why in a minute for those who don't know. And just look at the stats, man. Just look at the, what is that? 92 pace, 82 shooting, 92 passing, 96 dribbling, and 70 physical. Let's get to it. So starting off with the fundamentals, of course, the height and the weight. 5'4", 174 pounds, and make sure you're a cam position. Finally, last FIFA, the cam position was absolute You had to play as a centre forward or a ram, but this year, they've made the cam builds good. And as you can see, it's a very, very well balanced build. It's ideal and it's perfect for competitive plays. So 174 pounds is what you want to be. The reason being is because it's a weight glitch with cams for some reason. Only cams can go to a higher weight and their stats increase. As you can see, when we go down in weight, our stats have gone down. So the normal meta for FIFA 21 is 5'4" and 119 pounds for most builds. But for some reason, when you play as a cam, you can go up to 174 pounds and the stats will increase. So let's just show you. 119 pounds we're at right now. Have a look at the stats. And then if we move up to 174, watch all the stats increased. Every stat increased there. Literally every stat increased. It's crazy. Pace is up, passing's up, physical's up, dribbling's up. And there you go, shooting's up as well. Everything goes up when you go a higher weight for some reason. But it's only up until 174 pounds. If you go above 174 pounds, as you can see now, your stats go back down. So I recommend sticking to 174 and 5'4". I'm moving on to the traits and starting off with physical. Obviously, this for competitive gameplay, depending on how you're using this build. If you're not using this build for competitive gameplay, then I recommend not putting any physical traits on, and I'll show you what to put towards the end of this video. But sticking to this build, sticking to this video, it's a competitive cam build. So when you're playing competitive, you need stamina. It's very important, and you need second wind more importantly, because when it comes to that 75th minute and you've got no energy and you're losing, you need second wind. Basically, for those who don't understand what second wind is, at the 75th minute of every game, if you're losing or drawing, I don't know if it's drawing, don't hold me to account of that, but if you're losing or drawing, you get 25% more energy. So you get a little energy boost. And yeah, it's very, very, very crucial in those last minutes of those games when you need it, because you're constantly running in competitive games. You're constantly moving, so you need that extra stamina. And as you can see, this gives us 76 jumping, 87 stamina, 62 strength, 92 reaction, 68 aggression. So overall, it's not amazing stats when it comes to physical, but then again, we are 5'4", got decent jumping, very good stamina, and amazing reactions, which is also a bonus. But yeah, moving on from physical, dribbling. So just look at those stats. 92 agility, 89 balance, 90 attacking positioning, 97 ball control, and 100 dribbling. Yes, I've got 100 dribbling, and I've gone for 5-star skills. That's my personal preference, and flair. So put your traits on what you see, but depending on whether you use 5-star skills or not, or flair, is entirely up to you once again. But being a competitive build, flair, I recommend without hesitation, put this on your builds. Flair is so good, it's so crucial. When you're in a sticky situation, it's just a way to outmaneuver someone. It gets people sent. Like a little back flick opens up another pathway to a different pass or to a different angle for someone to shoot. And it's just, you can never judge what a flair pass or a flair shot is going to be. So flair just provides that alternative to a normal pass to just kind of get people a bit sent, really. I never used to use flair, but then as soon as I started using it and playing competitively and playing more seriously, flair became a really important trait. And it's just something that you need to be very tactical with. And once you're very tactical with it, It's very, very good. Coming back to the skills, 5-star skills, my preference. You could take it off and be 4-star. Though, do not have less than 4-star skills. Make sure you have at least 4-star minimum, because if you do not have 4-star skills, why are you playing as a camp? That's what I want to know. Why are you playing as a cam if you do not have at least 4-star skills? You should know at least some 4-star skills, because there's a lot of important 4-star skills that can open up opportunities and provide different alternative passes, and you know, just the same as kind of a flare pass. There's crucial skills that can get past people pretty much every time in the 4-star bracket, and also the 5-star. So I recommend you go practice your skills if you don't know any 4-star and slap on 4-star skills. But for me also, agility wise, having 5-star skills makes your player feel so much better. It just, when you have 5-star skills, you feel as fluid as Neymar. When you have 3-star skills, you feel as stiff as Mertesacker. That's the difference. Even if you're the same height and weight, it feels so stiff. So make sure you put 5-star skills on, because for some reason it 100% affects agility in some shape or form. I don't know how, but if you don't have 5-star skills, you legit feel like Mertesacker. Yeah, so that's a big kind of tip for you lot. Make sure you got the 5-star tech. 4-star is up to you. Just make sure you have at least 4-star skills. Moving on to passing. So passing is another very crucial part of this build. And as you can see, if you just look at our passing traits, it's quite obvious that it's an important part of this build. 90 vision, 89 crossing, 95 long pass, 96 short pass, and 98 curve. And we haven't even upgraded our curve to the max as well. Deep, we can get over 100 curve. You can fully get over 100 curve. That's 101 curve. We upgrade those. So yeah, those stats are flipping disgusting. Look at that. That is disgraceful. But yeah, so that's what you want to put your traits on. Short pass and long pass for a cam are both so crucial to this build. They're the priorities of this. As you can see, we've upgraded most of the left hand side. So that's pretty much a priority for this build. Make sure you got short pass and long pass. Short pass is important to play those quick twos with the striker, the 1-2, the quick twos with the wingers, the quick twos with the CDMs, and even the centre backs if you drop deep. You need good short pass so you can squeeze it through those tight angles when players are trying to intercept you and lunge on you. And long pass, obviously you're a cam, you're meant to be providing the strikers with those balls. And if you come on my stream, you can see me do that 24/7. That's literally my speciality, is the long pass. So many of you lot compliment my vision and my long pass. So this is accountable for why I'm so good. When it comes to curve, you want curve advanced focus. As you can see, it affects both your passing and shooting. So make sure you put curve advanced focus on. Gives your balls that extra whippage, which is so important, and it gives your shots the extra finesse. So you don't need finesse shot trait if you put this on. And yeah, that is pretty much the passing traits done and dusted. Moving on to the shooting traits. And as you can see on screen, even the shooting traits are just disgusting on this. So disgusting. 86 finishing for a cam is really good. That is very good. 89 free kick accuracy, 75 shot power, 98 long shots, 88 volleys, 75 penalties, and 4-star weak foot. So as you can see, we've only upgraded the left hand side, and that is because those are the primary traits for a cam build. The left hand side traits. Long shots, shot power is really the only thing you need when it comes to a cam build. And well, actually long shots is really the only thing you need. We've got good finishing, so we don't need to upgrade that. That's more than enough finishing for a cam. And 4-star weak foot I've gone for, because for 5-star weak foot you have to spend at least 20 skill points on all of this shit, and it's not necessary. You don't need these for a cam build. And then that leaves us to the last part of this build, which is the pace. But if you haven't hit the like button, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you do not subscribe to this channel right now, then you are a confirmed paedophile and you're going to be locked up in about 20 seconds. So hit the like button right now and subscribe. And yeah, thank you. Pace. And as you can see, we have upgraded pace. Not fully, but enough. We have got more than enough pace for this build. 93 acceleration, 94 sprint speed. And yeah, that is what you want to put your traits on pace to give you an adequate amount of pace. This is a very, very good amount of pace for a cam. You're very fast, and you're not too fast. Like you've got, it's just the perfect amount of pace. Like you can still outbreeze players, and it's mainly acceleration you want to upgrade, because sprint speed on this game is just a bit, it's just a bit poo. You just need the first 10 yards in this game is the most important. If you got good acceleration, you can get past players and get that first 10 yards of space, and then you're gone. If you upgrade your sprint speed too much and lack on your acceleration, then it's just pointless. Acceleration is the most important part of pace in this game, especially it's the meta of this game. The first 10 yards, the most important. So make sure you upgrade your acceleration as much as you can. As you can see, I have done. And that there is the competitive cam build for you lot. The updated competitive cam build, my cam build. So many of you lot have been requesting this one, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to quickly show you what to put these traits on if you're not going to use this build for competitive leagues, and say you want to use it for divs, then you don't need to upgrade this. You can leave your stamina on what it is, maybe upgrade 2, and then this gives us 9 spare skill points. And what I'm going to do, upgrade a bit of pace with those, and then stick a bit of stamina on, leave a bit of stamina on, as well as increasing finishing by 2, because why not? So that is if you want to use it for divs and to destroy everyone in divs, that's what you want to put your traits on. But obviously I'm going to change it back because I use this build for competitive gameplay, so I want to leave it on what it was. Today is one that a lot of you lot have requested like crazy. I'm always seeing it on my stream. Please create a CDM build, please, we need a CDM, we need the best CDM, please make updated CDM. I got you lot covered, man. Don't you worry. This CDM build here is so versatile. It is so good. I've got some of the best CDMs who I've played with on FIFA, and I've basically matched up their builds, put them together, and basically created the best competitive CDM build. It's been tried and tested many times. It's currently up for Team of the Season in VFL. Builds are madness. It's durable, it's agile, it's clampers, it's fast, it's so breezy, and it's just overall cracked. So you lot are in for a treat in this one. If you want to play competitively, and if you just want the best CDM build on YouTube, and I'm saying that because it's facts, then you're on the right video. All right, so a lot of you wanted to see an N'Golo Kante-esque build, and I haven't done the Virtual Pro, because if you want to see the Virtual Pro, I've already got that on my channel. You can go check out the Kante build on my channel. But I've got a Kante-esque build. Well, it's just the best competitive CDM build. It's in line with Kante. It makes complete sense. It's pretty much the same height and weight as Kante, and it's just flipping disgusting, you lot. This build is crazy. You can see on screen, just look. 95 pace. Yes, it's breezy. I said it's breezy. 72 shooting. We don't care about that. We're a CDM. When are you going to shoot? 87 passing. Brilliant passing, has to be good. 89 dribbling, amazing dribbling as well, and 88 defending. So we've got high 80s and high 90 stats for a CDM build. We're 91 rated, 5'6", 119 pounds. Pretty impressive stuff. Let's get cracking. It's a box-to-box CDM as well, so you can use it to box-to-box to push up, support the attack. You can use it as just a sole CDM. Don't let anyone pass you. We need the build, and you want to be a right wing back, not a CDM, a right wing back position, because it's the meta of CDM on this game. And I'll show you why. As you can see, pace goes down by 8 just from one position. The defending goes down literally such a tiny bit. There's no difference really. Physical goes down a decent amount, but you're not going to be very physical. Like, you're not going to have a lot of strength being a CDM anyways, especially as we're small. The pace is the main part of this really. The right wing back pace is what you need. Pace, playing competitively, is everything. Everyone is hobbits. Everyone is 5'4", 5'6", 119 pounds. You need pace to be able to keep up with them, otherwise you're screwed. All in all, the right wing back build in this regard is just so much better than the CDM build. So you can be 5'6". This is what Ethan is, and this is what a few other CDMs I know are. But you can also go up to 5'8" or 5'4". It really depends on the kind of build you want to be. As you can see, when we go 5'4", we nearly got 98 pace. So it's completely up to you. You lot can play about with it. I recommend sticking to 5'6", because it's the higher bracket and you maximize most of your stats this way. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. And yeah, just choose whatever foot you want to be, whatever foot you prefer. And let's break down this build. So obviously, as you can see, starting off with physical, woo, we've got a lot of traits on physical. And that's because we have so many traits to use in this build, as we don't need to spend any on shooting. So we are going to upgrade pretty much all of the left hand side and completely all of the right hand side. Stamina is so important for competitive play games. You need stamina, so make sure you get all this stamina and make sure you put second wind on. Second wind gives you 25% of your overall energy at 75 minutes in the game if you're losing, or it might be if you're drawing as well, but I'm not too sure on that, so don't hold me account to that. But yeah, make sure you put second wind on, especially for competitive games. That is the most important, one of the most important traits of any build really. Stamina, very, very important. Jumping, you also want a lot of jumping, as much jumping as you can get, because you've got to try and win those balls in the air. Like, if I'm just going to play some clips of Kante right now, he makes sure he wins every ball that he contests. Every ball he goes for in the air, he wins it. So Kante, if you want a Kante build, if you just want any CDM build, make sure you have jumping on. And that's pretty much it. Strength wise, we can't really upgrade strength. As you can see, it's only 65. We're small and light, so there's not much we can do about that. Either way, you can still be a decent amount of strength if you hold that L2 guard button to jockey and hold circle to clampers, give them a little shoulder, you're still gonna have a decent bit of strength on this game. But yeah, if you just have a look at those stats, 88 jumping, 95 stamina, 65 strength, 92 reactions, and 80 aggression. These are overall brilliant stats for a CDM. And even if yours aren't as good as mine, they will still be very, very good stats and more than enough for competitive games. Like, Ethan was playing with this build with like 50 games played. He didn't even have all the traits for this build, and it was still so good. So you lot who don't have that many traits, still just try and work out based on what I've put mine on. Or if you have the full traits, then put it on what I've put on, obviously, and your build will still be sick. I guarantee that. You got the Sim 1 guarantee. Alright, having said that, let's move on to defending, which clearly is an important trait when it comes to CDM. We need a lot of defending. So you're going to go and upgrade everything you see when it comes to defending. That is the sliding tackle, defending focus, standing tackles, and interceptions. So yeah, make sure you've got all of this upgraded. That will give you pretty decent stats. As you can see, I've got 94 interceptions, almost 88 defensive awareness, 87 stand tackle, and 95 sliding tackle. And as you saw by those clips in regards to sliding tackle, this build slides like a mother. Okay, this build slides like it's on a slide. It's literally just continuous sliding. It doesn't end. This is what this build does for a living. It just slides about. So make sure you upgrade your traits to what I've put on screen. And yeah, it's a madness build. Moving on to dribbling. Wow. And as you can see, we haven't put that much on dribbling, but a few important things when it comes to a CDM build. Ball control. Whatever build you use on this game, you need ball control. So as you can see, we fully upgraded all the available ball control traits. I've even gonna put 4-star skills. This isn't a necessity for all of you lot, but if you want 4-star skills, and I recommend it, it makes you feel a bit more agile, and you can use a couple of these skills to get out of tricky situations, then I recommend having 4-star. But obviously you're a CDM, maybe you don't want to risk that kind of stuff. In my opinion, it just makes you feel a bit more agile and gives you another option, having skills, but you don't necessarily need them. So you could have a free extra skill points which you could put on whatever you want. But having said that, you'll see with this build, there's not really anything else you need to put your traits on. So once again, I recommend shoving that on 4-star skills. And then obviously the left hand side, I've upgraded a bit of balance and agility. Agility is so important on this game. It's how quick you turn. Being a CDM, you need to be very agile. Look how agile Kante is. He literally just swivels on the spot. So yeah, you wanna upgrade your agility and balance. You also want good balance for a CDM, as you don't want to be getting barged off the ball that frequently. And as you can see, once again, as exemplified by Kante, his strength is immaculate. He doesn't get knocked off the ball at all. In fact, he knocks people off the ball. So yeah, make sure you upgrade what you see on screen. And let's move on to the next part, which is passing. And as you can see, we have gone and upgraded most of the left hand side. We've left out this long pass and the curve. You don't really need curve because being a right wing back build, you already get really good curve. So we don't need to waste any traits on upgrading our curve. Your main focus is short pass and long pass. And and that is obviously what we've gone and upgraded. We've got 97 short pass, 85 long pass. The crossing's amazing as well, 89. The vision's decent, it's not amazing, there's nothing you can really do about that. We're a CDM. And the curve is excellent with 89. So all our passing traits are in the high 80s/90s, high 90s as well, 97 short pass. Nothing else you really need to upgrade when it comes to passing. Make sure short pass is upgraded, long pass is upgraded, and a bit of curve is upgraded. The main focus is long pass and short pass. You want to have those nice pings to switch it, get a nice switch, create a nice through ball. If you're playing box to box especially, then you do want some long pass. Short pass, whatever build, is so important on this game. The quick 1-2s, give and goes, escape out of those situations where it's tight. You want that good short pass to be able to make that pass in tricky, difficult situations. So yeah, that is pretty much the passing traits for you lot. Moving on to obviously not shooting, because you're a CDM, you don't need any shooting traits, especially if you're using this build competitively. But even if you're not using this build competitively, don't put shooting on, because you physically just don't need it. And that leaves us to the last part of this build. But if you have not hit the like button, please drop a like for your support and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Boys, we're on a mission right now. We're trying to hit 20k subs by October is the goal. 20k subs before FIFA 22. We're on 13,000 right now, so thank you lot to everyone who subscribed. Enough of this chitter chat. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Help me reach that goal. Let's move on to pace. As you can see, 97, 98 acceleration, 95 sprint speed. I've left out this +2 sprint speed because it's 4 skill points, and really and truly, sprint speed isn't the main focus or meta this year, whereas acceleration is a main meta. Any build really that includes competitive gameplay, which you should be using this build for. And yeah, that is what you want to put your pace traits on. Maximize your pace. You need to be fast. The key to this game is speed. Speed, speed, speed. That is what this game is about. FIFA 21 is all about pace, the first 10 yards. And to achieve that first 10 yards of pace, you need acceleration. So make sure you upgrade what I've got my traits on. And that there is arguably the best competitive CDM build on FIFA 21. Pro clubs for you guys. There you have it. That is the centre back build on screen. It is 91 rated, 6'2" and 149 pounds. If you have a look at the stats, it's got 81 physical, 90 defending, 84 dribbling, 87 passing, and 86 pace. So it's a very balanced all-round centre back build. It's very OP. Let's get into this build and let me show you what to put your traits on. So obviously, we've got to start off with the fundamentals. You should know that by now. You want to be a left wing back build. Left wing backs are the meta on FIFA 21 pro clubs. For a centre back, even for left backs, it's better to be a left wing back. And as you can see, if we go to left back, all our stats decrease. And then if we go to centre back, our stats just go to absolute poo. So make sure you're a left wing back. We want to be 6'2", 149 pounds, as that's what tends to be the meta for this game in regards to centre back. And then let's break down what Booth has his traits on, what I've got my traits on right now. Okay, so starting off with physical, you want to upgrade jumping. Jumping is one of the main traits for a centre back that you need. It's a must. So as you can see, we've upgraded quite a lot of jumping, pretty much all of it, apart from this one here, because you have to upgrade extra strength and it's kind of a waste of traits. So don't upgrade that one. But as you can see, this gives us 84 jumping, which is more than adequate enough, especially considering you're 6'2". You should be contesting every ball in the air, and Booth does that. He wins pretty much every ball. I don't know how he does it. Well, clearly this is how he does it from his build. And yeah, that's what you want to do. So that gives us 84 jumping, 96 stamina, 73 strength, and 84 aggression, which overall is very good for a centre back. It's got good jumping and great stamina. You know, it's got too much stamina. We don't need 96. For a centre back, you only really need like 88 stamina. That's more than enough. But 96, I mean, we're not going to complain, because why would we? But that's what you get being a left wing back build. It's going to give you a lot of stamina. So moving on to defending. Normally, we just skip past defending if you watch my own videos frequently. But of course, with centre back, we need defending. So this is the main priority for this build, is defending. So you want to put your traits on what I've got, which is maximizing every defensive trait there is. And yeah, there's not too much more to say. We can just look at the stats. 95 interceptions, 90 defensive awareness, 88 standing tackle, and 95 sliding tackle. When I say it's OP, it's OP. Very, very OP. Those stats right there, better than Sergio Ramos, Van Dijk, Thiago Silva, Varane, all of them combined. That's how good this build is. Moving on to dribbling. And yes, you actually do need some dribbling traits. And the most important of these, I would suggest, is ball control. And as you can see, we've got very high ball control because it is a very important trait. We've got 95 ball control. Ball control stops the ball from getting away from your feet. So it just makes your first touches so much better, which you need as a centre back. You don't want them sloppy first touches, them slippage moments. You don't want the ball to get away from you and land at the attacker's feet, because then you're screwed. So you need to make sure you've got as much ball control as possible, which is very good to have 95 ball control. And yeah, that's important because then it's less likely a defender's going to nab the ball off you. And then you want to upgrade a bit of agility and a bit of balance. It doesn't give you that much, but it's more than enough. It's a very adequate amount. So make sure you just upgrade your traits, as you can see, like I've got. And this gives us very good ball control and dribbling. Yeah, skill moves. Of course, you don't need anything more than 3-star. You're a competitive centre-back. If you play a competitive league match and you do a 5-star skill as a centre-back, you're getting dropped from the team. So you don't need skills. Don't do it. Moving on to passing. And as you can see, we have gone and upgraded pretty much the whole of the left-hand side. And that is because being a centre-back, you have to be good at passing. Whether it's short pass or long pass, you need to be good at passing. And as you can see, we've upgraded our short pass and long pass, which gives us 90 crossing, 80 long pass, 96 short pass, and 87 curve. So you want to upgrade this, and passing is so crucial for a centre-back. Look at centre-backs like Thiago Silva, who always break the lines with their passes, or Van Dijk, who finds them over the tops. Even Alderweireld is very good at finding those over-the-top through balls from the CB. John Terry was very good at it as well. And yeah, so you need a centre-back who has that over-the-top vision and can basically get the ball to the striker and catch the other team off guard, because that's what a lot of good centre-backs do. They have good passing. So that is what you want to have your traits on. And yeah, short pass especially is also very, very important, because you need to play quick 1-2s with your centre-backs, your left-back, right-back, your CDMs, your centre-mids, even your goalkeeper. If you've got really bad short pass, you're going to struggle to make a good pass, and you may give it away to your opponents. So make sure you've got good short pass as well. Moving on to shooting. And yes, we do actually have shooting. You may be thinking, why? Let me explain it. So heading accuracy, for some reason, is on the shooting section of traits. I'm not sure why. I don't think this will be here next FIFA, but you need to upgrade heading accuracy. It's one of the most important traits for a centre-back. When you're playing competitively, the centre-backs are the ones that tend to be in the box for crosses and corners. So you need to make sure you got good heading accuracy so you can score your headers. And Booth tends to get his head on a lot of things. And yeah, he's very good with getting up high and scoring headers. So make sure you got that on. What I would suggest though is, because you could take this off and then have just these three, because getting these means you have to put traits on all of these, which is a bit annoying, and it can be considered a waste. Although I would recommend you do it. I will show you at the end of this build what to put your traits on if you don't want to upgrade these two, but we'll get to that at the end of the build, so stay tuned. Moving on to the last part of the build, one of the most important parts of this build, considering this game is all about pace, is pace. And before we do that, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please just take a minute to just scroll down, hit that subscribe button, make sure it's great, and turn post notifications on, because we're going to have a lot of FIFA 22 content coming your way. All the new builds for FIFA 22, you're going to see them on this channel first. So you want to be here and make sure you get here first. And just make sure you're part of the channel, support the channel. If not, you're a nonce. So subscribe, hit the like button if you haven't already, and let's move on to pace. And as you can see, we've upgraded all of our pace. This game is all about pace. All the attackers you play against or will play against will have 99 pace. So you need to combat that with as much pace as you can get. And that gives us 88 acceleration and 87 sprint speed, which is very, very good for a centre-back, especially being 6'2" and 149 pounds. So yeah, that is pretty much all the traits. Make sure you got pace, so then you can counter the 99 pace strikers. So yeah, that is the best competitive centre-back build. The best goalkeeper, you say? This is the best goalkeeper build for competitive games, for divisions, for whatever you want to play that involves pro clubs. I've compiled a list of goalkeepers I've played with in competitive leagues, in divisions, and I've basically made the ultimate goalkeeper build for you lot. Alright, so as you can see on screen, there is the goalkeeper build. It's 92 rated, it's 6'5" and 149 pounds. For what I've seen from compiling, I've looked at around 5 to 6 goalkeeper builds of some of the best goalkeepers I know. A few of them have won team of the seasons in multiple competitive leagues, so they are proven goalkeepers and they tend to play around this height. So obviously you don't want to look at my goalkeeper stats, which, you know what, it's not too bad. I played like 10 games, 6 clean sheets, 12 saves, save percentage 40%, you know, not too bad. Anyways, this isn't about my build, this is about the best goalkeeper build for you lot. Starting off with physical. So it was apparent that most of the goalkeeper builds have physical, which makes sense. You need jumping, and the only way to get jumping is pretty much to unlock every physical trait there is, apart from the last few, as they don't involve jumping at all. So the main focus here is jumping really, and a bit of strength. You don't actually need this, but we've got spare points, so you might as well keep it there. It's up to you. For now I'm going to leave it on, but you don't actually need that strength. It doesn't really add much to the goalkeeping abilities. But yeah, moving on. Obviously we've got nothing on defending. We're a goalkeeper, we don't need defending. Dribbling, we actually have some dribbling. Yes, agility, whatever build on this game is so important. So make sure you put your agility on these traits, as you can see on screen, and that will give you a bit of an agility boost. Your reflexes will be a bit better. Your positioning will be more maneuverable, so you'll be more agile, more able to move around the box, and you know, it's important. Agility, whatever build, make sure you have it. Moving on to passing, which is another key trait of a goalkeeper. Obviously you need to have good long passing. So as you can see, all we've upgraded is long pass. That's it, just long pass. You don't need any other passing. The only passing you do really is a long kick to your attackers to quickly counter. We use this a lot in competitive leagues and in divisions. It's a very, very useful way of just the goalkeeper hoofing the ball over the defense. So yeah, make sure you put long pass on. Moving on to shooting. Obviously you're an idiot if you think we've got anything on shooting, because we're a goalkeeper, so no, 0 shooting. Moving on to pace. As you can see, we have utilized the pace traits. Pace for a goalkeeper is important, because if you take off this, we have 45 acceleration and 52 sprint speed. Whereas if we upgrade it to this, we've got 52 and 58. So it's a bit better. It's not incredibly better. But when a player is in your box running at you and you need to run out, or say there's a 50-50 with the ball and it's just loose in your box, you need to have as much pace as possible to go and stop that attacker scoring, to collect the ball, to block the ball, to whatever. You need pace, otherwise you're going to be running like Mertesacker to the ball, and yeah, they'll just score easily. So having acceleration and sprint speed is important for a goalkeeper as much as you can, even though you can't get much. But yeah, ensuring that you have a bit of pace is important for a goalkeeper. So make sure you put your traits on this, and then that leaves us to the last part, arguably the most important part, which is goalkeeping, which is behind my face, but you guys can see it on your screen. And we're going to upgrade everything, and just look at those stats, boy, yo, they're incredible. I mean, this is low-key the best goalkeeper build on the game, because who's a higher rated apart from like a TOTS or like a special card? But yeah, we got 91 goalkeeper diving, 93 goalkeeper handling, 90 kicking, 92 reflexes, and 97 positioning. Jesus moly patoli schmoly wish. And yeah, that there is pretty much the goalkeeper build for you lot. That is pretty much the goalkeeper build. So if you're still watching this video, if you're still here, then thank you. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you like these kind of videos. We've got plenty more to come for FIFA 22, and it's a lot more confusing. Builds are going to be a lot more complicated, so you're going to want to stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you're following, make sure you're subscribed, because we've got new archetypes, new perks, and you're going to want to know what's the best metas for the game, and I'm going to figure that out for you lot. I'm going to bang the game out and get it straight away. Anyways, on to the giveaway. I'm giving away 3 copies of FIFA 22. All you got to do is subscribe, follow my socials you can see on screen. Yeah, I'll put a link for the giveaway. It will be, the link for the giveaway is in my Instagram bio, and it's also in my Twitter bio. So if you head over to Twitter, head over to Instagram, drop me a follow, And yeah, that's all you have to do. And you're entered into the FIFA 22 free copies giveaway. That is crazy. That's £180 worth of FIFA. And yeah, just stay tuned. You guys have been supporting me like crazy, and we're about to hit 20k so soon. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Look, I've been that nigga, don't get too attached. Swear I've been gifted, I know that I'm different. The way that I switch it on every track. Bitch, smoking this weed, yeah, help me relax. I need a